Occasionally it fires the other side up too sometimes, but I think Gurgic has been around enough to make sure they just don't get a bit too complacent, and I don't think it'll worry them too much.
Well, it was a long time coming for them, but they're making up for lost ground, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah. You fell over the year, like Werribee Centrals, for example.
Yeah, Bannockburn, Thompson.
They all,
Look at us.
They're there.
Oh, Thompson, first time last year for 16 years they hadn't been in the finals. Like, that's an amazing effort to be as well. Yeah, premiership flag.
And how interesting, Grubby, after you've unfurled the flag. And
made a mug of Grubby already because Nathan Lovell's going to start in the ruck.
Start in the ruck. Where's Morgan?
Well, I don't know, he might be starting on the bench, is he?
Probably played the twos, made a real fool of him.
Jaden Symes starting in the ruck for Bellpost Hill up against Lovell. That's going to be a great term. Opening round of the GDFL season for 2012. Bellpost Hill and Werribee Centrals. And it's going to be Symes and Lovell. And Lovell gets it down beautifully through the middle. That's a fantastic tap. And he gets it away to Chug. Goes long from centre half forward. Long for goals. Close to it. Brad Martin gets back there. He just picks it up at the last line of defence. They'd all pushed up the Werribee Centrals forwards. Went over their head, and Bellpost Hill were able to get back in time. In fact, that was Koutsamanis who got it from the middle. Yeah, that was a great ruck work from Lovell. Once again, Bellpost Hill, a little chip kick across the goal face. And this is what they did last year to win the premiership. They get it over the top to Addy, who runs towards defensive 50, backs himself, gives it away to Martin by hand, back to Addy, got half a handball, then got it back to Martin, chipped kick into the middle to Fletcher. He just holds it up. Just on the defensive side of the centre circle for Bellpost Hill. He's got Lima laterally in the middle. He's also got, coming through was, I think that was Addy. I'm just having a look now. That's Fantella it is. So,
Addy's run very, very hard in the back half, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. His short little kick to Fletcher again on centre wing. Now they run. They wheel and go with his left foot and goes long towards full forward, but they're going to be able to chop it off. Braden Smith read it the better for Werribee. He's going to be able to switch the play to the outer side, half back flank to Leach. He can kick the footy. Goes now towards centre half forward. Great kick too, and Bellpost Hill had all moved up, and they were able to get behind it there. Taking the mark is Bridie. Goes towards the lead. At the top, can't take the mark. Over the back, Rosenwig, close to the behind post, and in fact sees it over. Left foot.
Okay, the boundary throw in. Beside the behind post here at Myers Reserve. Tap away for Bellpost Hill. Running onto the ground. Dispossessed quickly. Gee, there's a lot of pressure in close there. A lot of tackling. Now the ball comes clear. Who can get to the ball? Werribee Central's pace to the footy. Very good so far in this game as they flick the handball out. Take it by Baird. A throw is deemed by the... And it's gone back to Martin, who's got the free kick. So Bellpost Hill now, middle of the ground. On his own there is Symes, takes the mark unattended. And right almost in the centre circle, as they do, waiting for players to make position. Decides to go across the ground, back to Martin, who's run forward. They haven't gained anything so far, but this is their style, Grubby, isn't it? They just retain possession.
It certainly is, and possession there you can give.
Yeah, and where the other side, there's a whistle on the play. Where's that going to go this time? Free kick Werribee. Interference going for the mark, and Werribee in possession at centre half back. Come towards centre wing, out there in good position. Toby Bray can't take the mark. He's got two against him. Umpire said infringement. So Toby Bray will get the free kick for Werribee Centrals. True centre wing on the western side of the Myers Reserve. Nice little chip pass, looking for Leach. Runs onto the footy. If he grabbed it first, tell him he was away, but he can't control it. Takes it all the way towards
the southern end of the first term. Boundary umpire will throw the ball back in. Symes starts behind, then comes forward. Short boundary throw in. Punched away by Moreland in the front. Through the middle, Bellpost Hill, Page, wrapped up by a couple. Umpire says, he gives it away to Chug, blind turns, gives it back, off a standing start, Knight from centre wing, high towards full forward. Rosenwig comes out, great pick up on a big man, wheels around on the left, 45 out, left foot kick towards the goal, across the face and through. 4-1 behind the first score of the afternoon. Craig Rosenwig with a behind.
For Bellpost Hill. Pretty much stock standard in the defensive area. Good pass and taken out there by Chris Moreland. Half-back flank for Bellpost Hill. Moreland there takes his time. Now chips it along the boundary line. It's a good-looking lead. It was Fursland, I think, dropped the mark, unfortunately. And off hands, it's over the boundary line between half-back flank, centre wing, this time on the Geelong City side of Myers Reserve. And, yes, a fair way across the ground at this hour of the day. How are we going to be at 5 o'clock?
That's why I brought the binoculars, mate.
Symes gets the tap down on that occasion, but Werribee at ground level do well. Goes forward, touched off the boot. Play on, said the umpire. Moreland again intercepts the handball. Cleared out of his hands toward the boundary. Out of bounds once again.
Symes and Blake Pilkington doing the ruck work. Pilkington in front, taps it double-handed. And he's got some support, but the Bellpost Hill defence working overtime to get the handball away, and they do through Fletcher, but there was a free kick found. It's going to be a hold, is it? No.
I think it's going to be a throw.
Yeah, I think he called a throw. And it's going to come back in between. So just running over the 50-metre line now. Southern end of the ground, comes in, right foot kick, and looks pretty good off the boot. They're pretty happy with it, Werribee Central, so he puts the first major on the board this afternoon.
Good player. Back in the middle. Ball goes up in the air, up high was Symes, gets a tap down, but not to advantage. Kick off the ground, Werribee Central's quickly to half forward once again. But now the Bellpost Hill defence handballing, trying to get the ball clear, but Leach tackled very high. Umpire did see it. Yes, free kick Leach for Werribee Centrals. Just forward of the centre circles, middle of the ground. Long kick as normal for Leach, right to full forward with the bruise behind him. It's picked up, that was Rosenweek, was it, in the pack? Can't get a kick away, unfortunately, and Bellpost still prepared to concede over behind on that occasion. 1-2-8 is Werribee Central. Bellpost still yet to score. 7.5 minutes gone. I had my head down. What's happened there?
Bellpost Hill runner was in the 50 when the fullback was ready to kick out, which is a free kick to Werribee Central's.
Back on the 50.
Back on the 50, yep.
All right, so that's it. 1-2-8. Werribee again with the footy.
David Leach has got it. Don't put your glasses down. Again, Eric, he might kick this.
Well,
he's a thumping kick, David Leach. So standing on the centre square line is Chris Moreland. David Leach now with the right foot kick, keeps it low towards the goal square. Symes goes up, should have taken the mark. Overall in support. Handball over the top to Joel Page. Had it, lost it, needs to pick it up. Does so, then he gets wrapped up, then he loses the football. Umpire says, yep, thrown away. And it will be a free kick to Werribee Centrals. Keeping good pressure in the forward line. Cornish, front and centre, goes towards the lead of Leach. Oh, coming through the middle and taking the mark. Is that Montebruno? It is. And he's...
Tied Fano.
So... he comes in now, Montebruno. Southern end of the ground. He's a left footer, as Grubby said. He comes in. Lovely kick off the boot. There's no doubt about that, straight over the umpire's hat. So his first of the afternoon, second for
efficiency, not chasing out the forward line.
So in the first 10 minutes, they've done very well, Werribee. This time Symes, lovely tap down, looking for Page, tackle it at the footy, not seen by the umpire. Dives hard at the footy, Page, but at ground level, it's night for Werribee Centrals. Gets it back to Leach at half forward. He's been good as he twists, turns, finally gets the right foot towards the half forward flank. Werribee again attacking the footy well. In fact, they're first to the footy all day so far. There's almost a trip to McNichol, not paid. Kick forward from Cornish, goes to full forward. And here's Addy for Bellpost Hill. Now they're away. They've got an opportunity. They've broken it clear. They've got spare man. And out they go towards centre wing. They retain possession. This is where they're breaking down, Grubby. There's no one forward to kick the foot off.
Slipped over.
Page, well, he was a sitting duck, but the Werribee player did fall. Now there's a whistle on play. Free kick Werribee again. And I guess it's the perennial problem. If you're not first at the footy, there's a chance of... giving a free kick away, and that's happened so far. This time it was Koutsamanis for Werribee Central. Long kick. That bruise might have more effect than I thought it would. But Rosenweek, forward pocket, hooks it back towards the top of the goal square. Comes to ground. Off hands, it's gone toward the boundary. And
their forward line is just one of those little crummer players they need, Werribee. They've got some tall forwards up there, haven't they?
Yeah, and I think they've missed that for the last couple of years. A definite deficiency.
Rosenweek out of the ruck contest, got the footy, kicked it around the corner, but missed to the near side and through for one.
At this point for Brent Griggage.
No, I think he'd be, with the wind that I believe that the Bellpost Hill blokes have got, I think he'd be thrilled.
Lima kicks it in, finds holes fine, with a good place kick, kicks it laterally, it's okay. Addy takes the mark outside, defensive 50. Going across and comes back inboard to Popovsky. That's David, still takes the mark inside, defensive 50 for the Panthers. Wants to go to the outer side. Loads up now, goes towards centre wing. Coming at the back was Martinu, but in the front was Patterson. Kicked around the corner, kicked it back 40 metres the wrong way, but he might be okay. Werribee with the numbers if they can pick the footy up though. Bell Post still come in numbers and they do pretty well to pick it up. Bray puts on a tackle in between wing and half forward on the outer side. Bray breaks free, left foot kick, gets it out of traffic. Goes towards half forward. Addy comes across for the Panthers though. He's there first. Needs some help. He threw it away. The umpire said yes he did. Werribee with the free kick. So left half forward flank on the outer side.
Might have been a bit stiff, Bell Post. I think Toby Bray's tackle was a bit high.
Goes towards fire. Good mark though. In front, Chris Morland does well. Takes the mark. Wants to switch the play back inboard. Poposky takes the mark again. They can switch again, but he thought about going down the line. And again, now he can go short to Urquhart if he has a look the other way, but he doesn't. He just goes high and long out towards half back. Numbers get there. Poposky over the back. That was Nick. In the front of the pack, handball from Holes Find. And little slick handball back towards him, close to the boundary line. Falls into his arms again, but he can't take it with him. And pack develops on centre wing on the outer side. The umpire will come in and ball it up. And restart play. 2-3-15 Werribee. They lead Bell Post Hill yet to score. We've been playing 13.5 minutes in the first quarter.
So ball in the air, true centre wing outer side. Good work again in the ruck there by Morgan. In the ruck now, Grubby. So you're right. Looks like they're going to share it. Yeah. And the ball only marginally goes forward for Werribee Central. Gee, I'll tell you what, their attack on the player with the footy has been fantastic. And they've nullified that. The kick out of the pack has gone out of bounds.
For GPS too.
It wasn't me. I wasn't driving.
So
Lima,
long kick towards centre wing. At the back there was not taken. Bell Post still unable to... Now they go forward. First time and Page takes a mark, half forward flank. First time the ball been in that vicinity for the game so far. Lovely low skimming pass, but mark not taken. Chips forward for Bell Post Hill. Player, almost on his own. Basically couldn't take the mark. Ball and ground level. And now we've got a foot race. The ball kicked to open spaces. Half forward flank for Bell Post Hill. They get there first times. Nice little handball. Goes across to Pisano. Goes to full forward numbers with Werribee Centrals. And a great defensive mark for Werribee. That was Braden Smith. So away they go now, Werribee. Heading to the outer side. Long defensive kick towards centre wing, but the only man in possession there is Chris Morland. Morland for Bell Post Hill. Chips it inboard. Finds Lima. Now they go forward. Bell Post, lovely skimming pass over the head of all players. Now the handball comes over the top, looking for Baseley again. Can't control it. Out of bounds. 5 metres from the behind post. At the 16-minute mark of the first quarter, Werribee 2-3. Bell Post Hill first opportunity to score.
Yep, in the forward pocket for the Panthers. Northern end of the ground boundary, throw in. Tar tries to take it from the ruck contest, needs some support. Werribee working overtime in the back. Kutsamanis tried to take it with him, couldn't take it first hand. Now across half forward for Bell Post Hill, fighting hard for it. Through the middle, Holes Fine, tries to pick it up. And pack develops, umpire lets play go. He might have to come in. He's letting it go. Now he will. Still and Tar standing there. Symes with a big thump down too. Coming from full forward, trying to tap it on Bell Post Hill forwards. Couldn't do so effectively. Jones comes across, can't take it with him. Panthers with the numbers. Lewis tried to stand in the tackle. Umpire said it's either Hire holding the ball. He let it go and he's called holding the ball. So Sean Lewis gets up and says, "What about my head?"
Thought he got one eye.
Yeah, I thought he might have too. But they will take the free kick, and this is McGuinness for Werribee Centrals. Lateral kick is okay for the Centurions. They run away and go towards centre wing on a long lead, and it's a good kick too. And finding Brighty coming out. Back end of centre wing, Brighty, and 50.
50.
So Poposky gives 60 out from goal, goes towards a great lead coming out. No mark taken, Montebruno off the back of the pack. Martinu got the handball out. Bell Post Hill working from half back towards centre wing. Lima takes the mark uncontested. Now he drills it towards half forward over the top. And they can pick it up and go now from half forward back towards Tar, who comes out on a lead. Good punch away Simmons. That's going to be a good battle this afternoon. Back towards half forward for the Panthers. Werribee Central's working overtime again. Running through the middle was Clonan. He goes with a left foot kick towards centre wing. It's okay too. Patterson takes the mark. Wheels around. and wants to go quickly. Oh, sells some candy, does nicely, gets around, right foot kick towards Rosenwig behind. On this occasion, he comes up, he contests, he does well on the ground. He needs some support though. Addy's there, handball to nobody in particular. He was lucky in the end. Urquhart was back to help him out, kick around the corner towards half back, might be okay. And Fletcher, chip over the top. They're away now. The Panthers, they're out on centre wing. And they can go with a long kick from centre wing towards Tar again. Simmons right next to him. Punch to the front of the pack. Moreland was there. Handball might come. It does. It comes back quickly. And that was Lentini. And close to the boundary line again. They get a kick around. They're under pressure though all the time. The Werribee Central's back line working overtime. Lovell gets a clearing kick. Can Fletcher keep it in? I don't think he can.
Deliberate.
Lentini, if he'd have kept going on his left foot, straight run into goal,
No doubt.
went back to the right foot because he didn't have one, and now the ball's in the forward pocket for Werribee Central.
Yeah.
So how the fortunes of the game change. Belpost still now defending seriously in the last line of defence. Urquhart, low skimming kick, doesn't meet his target. However, luck is a fortune because it fell to the back of the pack. And now Belpost still, can they break it clear this time? They get to centre wing, another chip out wide. They're a lot of stop-start, and it's probably not working so far. On his own in the middle is Fletcher. The ball's chipped back there. Now looking for the running players. So there they come from behind. Lima is the runner. Runs to centre half forward. Now long kick inside forward 50. Oh, up high, mark not taken. Comes to ground. Lentini again, I'd suggest, was it? He finally gets the handball out. Now Belpost still, the Werribee defence is enormous at the moment. A series of handballs, hasn't got Belpost Hill anywhere. Baird doesn't know what to do with it. Now handballs, finally it comes to McNamara. He goes long, inside 52, 3-on-1 down there again for Werribee, and they're defending very, very well. Oh, it's a great tackle, spills the ball to Tar. He has a pot shot at goal, in the goal square numbers again with Werribee Centrals, and now they clear it out comfortably. The little chip pass comes to Jones, marks it, plays on quickly. All the play in front of our broadcast position. And Urquhart in front, held without the footy. No, umpire doesn't see it that way, as the ball is in dispute right in front of our broadcast position. Players throwing themselves into the footy. What get the score?
Symes goes up, gets it down. Nearly had to do the roving work himself. Didn't. Lovell up against Symes. They've had some great battles over the years, these two. Lovell stands his ground. Symes comes from behind. Lovell gets it down, punched on by Fletcher. And as far as Cornish, Candy from Phil Jones got the kick away towards centre half forward. Leach worked to the back. Oh, he did well. He read the ball beautifully with the breeze there, David Leach. And he'll shoot the goal from 45 out. And I wouldn't be worried.
He's covered a lot of ground, Martin, and I just don't think he did get back, but I think he was just about stonkered when he got back.
So Leach now, 45 out, 50 out, directly in front. Good kick off the boot, David Leach. And he puts his first on the board this afternoon. And the centre bounce again, Symes and Lovell. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Lovell stands his ground and gets it down. Fletcher off the wing, coming through the middle also at pace from half forward was Baylor Buckley for Werribee, but the clearing kick from Fletcher towards centre half forward. Running back with the fly of the ball was Clonan. Can't take it with him. Punched on towards Knight. Getting across there, Martinu for Belpost Hill. Gets there first, uses his pace, then gets a little shove and kicked it out of bounce.
I think they've changed the rules for that one, maybe.
So boundary thrown in between wing and half forward on the outer side. Lovell in front, tapped it down again, roved well, though by Popovsky. Now holds fine, 55 out, goes towards full forward, over the back, Moreland gets around, left foot kick, and has squeezed it in, I think. Chris Moreland, he's put it through.
Competition doesn't do any harm to have a look.
You do it when you're against the wind, mate, not like
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Tap down the middle, went to Baird for Belpost Hill. High kick, doesn't really go anywhere. Ball comes to ground once again. There's some pretty solid physical work in there. Finally comes back to Baird again. Now it's a long kick inside 50, up high. Tar can't get it from third man up, but the ball comes to ground. What a contest, certainly. Now stacks on the middle. A lot of players around the footy. Umpire gives them time. The players, I thought, had got it out. Now they have. No, they haven't. Come on, umpire, blow the whistle. A bit like rugby at the present moment, but sheer strength gets the ball out for Werribee Centrals. And, well, they aren't away because Belpost still have turned it over. Came back to Fletcher on the left foot, but a good saving mark. Last line of defence by Jones it was for Werribee Centrals, and he goes across the face of goal. Now, handball backwards, they retain possession, and the long kick towards centre wing for Werribee Central. Leach covering an enormous amount of territories on centre wing at the moment, gets a handball to advantage. Now, Werribee Centrals have got Kutsumanis screaming for the footy in the middle on his own, but it doesn't happen. They go defensive, and they go toward the boundary. Comes to ground once again. There's some great physical contests out there. If they keep up this for the whole of 4 quarters, there'll be some tired blokes at the end of the day. And there is a very good read of the football.
Clonan.
Been around a long, long time.
And read that very, very well. Stood his ground. Great mark. 26 minutes gone first quarter. Werribee Central's 3-3. Bell Post Hill 1 goal.
He called play on the umpire too, and he wasn't quick enough to play on David Clonan there, and he's turned the footy over.
Not sure if he knew the umpire had called play on. The other fella come from behind him when he's supposed to be, 5 metres away. I think he just didn't realise he was there.
I think it's Martinu with it. He goes short, and Pisano's taken the mark in the right forward pocket. Still about 40 metres out from goal. Tough angle too.
Made the angle worse.
Yeah, well, he's come back in ball with a good kick to Joel Page, who's opened up the goal line and will shoot from 50 out directly in front now. So Joel Page was looking for a short little kick. He's got Tar on a short lead too.
We might get a gauge of what the wind is like. If you can kick it from here, then you might be right. The wind might not be a 3-goal win.
Page gives it everything he's got. Goes pretty close. That's a good kick, and he's put it through.
I tell you what.
So Joel Page puts his first on the board, and
the final or the siren goes.
So back in the middle. 27.5 minutes gone. Must be reasonably close to quarter time here in their first match of the season, 2012. Ball comes to ground, neither side with an advantage so far. There is the siren. It is quarter time in our GDFL match of the day, and at quarter time, Werribee Central 3 goals, 3-21, lead the home side Bell Post Hill 2 goals straight.
Morgan will start in the ruck for Werribee. And Jaden Symes for Bell Post Hill.
Lovell must be off. He's not rested anyway.
Yeah, no, I think he's on the bench. So start of the second term, Bell Post Hill with the 8 of the breeze, 2 straight goals, trailing Werribee 3-3-21. Symes gets it down, holds fine, gets the first kick, vacant centre half forward position. Tar comes out, pushes one past, then comes out also at pace was a Baseley. They've got the numbers, Bell Post Hill, if they can keep the pressure on. The Werribee defence under pressure. Baseley now gets called in to get the footy, but he can't keep it in. He had Baird in support as well, but the ball went over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in about 45 metres around from the Bell Post Hill goal. Boundary throw in. Morgan in front. Tar pushes him out, then gets wrapped up. Loses the football in the tackle. Fursland, handball back. Holes fine. Page went with the left foot. High kick towards full forward. And Pack develops. Good punch away at the back by Knight. Close to the boundary line. Pretty happy to see it over Sean Simmons. And we'll have a boundary throw in again. Still in the right forward pocket for the Panthers. And big pack around the play as well. Justin Tar, Stephen Morgan to do the ruck work. Morgan takes front position. Short boundary throwing should favour him. Double fister. Holes fine though. Roves it nicely. Back, front and centre. Does well. Oh, one hand. Was it a hold? No, umpire said play on. Gets it back. And I think it was a goal anyway. Was it by Baird? Yes. So the umpire for Bell Post Hill, 3 straight goals, 18. The Panthers, they trail Werribee Central's 3-3-21. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard, 1.5 minutes. The central umpire throws the ball in the air. Symes goes up, gets it down again. Holes fine. Taken off the football by Kutsumanis, and we'll get a free kick. So David Holes fine in the middle for the Panthers. Goes short. It's okay too. Oh, finds Popovsky. Doesn't take the mark, should have. Got it back by hand. Moreland off a step to centre half forward. Chips the ball nicely. And Baird takes the mark at true centre half forward. Fursland gives him half a lead. He goes. Latchley, it's a good kick, Symes. And hurt Morgan there. Morgan went deep. Symes stayed up closer to the kick and took the mark and will shoot for goal from 40 out. He's not wasting any time. He goes with the right foot kick long to the square. Over the back, Tar got a hand to it, keeps his feet, rides the bump, then he drops the football and should be paid a free kick to where in the right back pocket. Not much to kick to at the moment. He gets a lead now from Kutsumanis. Makes up some ground. Oh, it takes the mark too nicely at the second attempt on hands and knees. So he goes with the right foot kick, short kick. Page chops it off, takes the mark easily at half forward. So Bell Post Hill back into attack.
That one up forward.
Baseley's there, gives him a lead. Not much behind him though. Tar's pretty high. So he's just going to bomb it long towards the top of the square. Gets it there now. Tar in front. Can't take the mark. Second attempt. Still can't. On hands and knees. Gives the don't argue. Kick around the corner. Sloppy. Simmons gets a clearing kick for the Centurions. Out wide. It's 2-on-1. Morgan's the one for Werribee. Getting across there. Addy at half forward. Can bring it back in board. Well, we thought about down the line. Now he brings it back. He goes long towards the pocket. Might be okay too. Bell post still over the back. They make up some ground though. The Werribee Central's defence comes back out towards Moreland. Can't pick it up at the first attempt. He does pretty well below his knees. Gets the kick around the corner back towards Page. Under pressure, Cornish coming out at Fantella. Free kick for a push, said the umpire. And Joel Page will take the free kick. 45 out, slide angle.
I thought Tar might have got one before that contest. He was heavily infringed. So
Joel Page, who has kicked one goal for Bell Post Hill already this afternoon. A chance for his second.
Well, Leach did it from further out than that very comfortably, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think you'll have any problems with the distance. Question of accuracy comes in. Looks pretty good off the boot. Goal umpire doesn't move. So Page kicks his second and Bell
goals one. So we're underway again. Ball in the middle. As ball goes forward for Bell Post Hill. They're winning the ball in the middle, Grubby, this quarter, and it doesn't make a difference to the game. As the ball... there's a whistle on play. Umpire suggested that Travis Fursland was interfered from behind. I just get the feeling a couple of these umpires have got different interpretations. This is a different umpire that was in the last contest, and I'm not being tough on them, but they need to be all together on the same page. As the ball gets to half forward for Bell Post Hill, Werribee defence now working overtime as Stacks on the mill. Umpire said, I wondered what, he blew the whistle, no signification, and he's come in to take the ball. At true centre half forward for Bell Post Hill, they're kicking to the southern end in this second quarter. Symes gets a tap down. A lot of Werribee players around the ground. Tar can't bend down to pick it up, and at ground level, Werribee again take the footy. No, ball comes out. There's first kick for Phipps, the new coach. Takes it right across the ground. Leading in the race is Fletcher for Bell Post Hill. Overruns it, however. Now Werribee come back. He's taken with the footy. Umpire said fair enough. As it's hard, it's tough, it's willing. And Bell Post Hill come clear once again. Page over the top. Now they've got players wide on the wing. Lewis is one. The other one is Pisano. Lewis takes the mark. Goes in towards half forward. Not a good kick by him, and Werribee Central's through Phipps. Handball to Cornish, and they're away now at Werribee Central's towards an half forward in a very open forward line. Leach beaten on that occasion. Martin gets a handball out, not to advantage, however, and diving on the footy. Leach, it's underneath him. Umpire says play on. He's pulled it back in. Umpire, I think, underneath him.
He most definitely pulled it in the first time. It might have bounced back off someone's knee the second time, I think.
Symes from the ruck contest goes towards, well, his opposite number, Lovell, who took it. So Lovell takes it now. Goes back towards the middle. Lead on from Brighty. Can't take the mark. Probably should have in the end. And it's 2-on-2. Throw from Popovsky. Might get it back. Falls over. Then he throws it again. Out there. Okay. Hole's fine. Gave the shepherd to Lewis. Got the kick away. Not good off the boot, though. And they might be able to, Werribee Centrals go back to centre wing. Jones takes the mark. And we'll be able to deliver the ball to half forward. Leads on by Leach. Got a couple against him. Getting back there was Martin. Lima had it, lost it. Leach over the top of it. Does well. Needs some support. Then got a high tackle. Put the head over the ball. David Leach.
And Brad
Martin's not too happy. So he wants to go long towards the top of the square. Rosenweed comes out. The big fella puts the hands up. Takes the mark. 40 out from goal directly in front.
Well, I was just going to say the
first major on the board. Comes in now. Right foot kick, I think it's moved away and has missed, so three behind.
Bad miss. Most of the play with Bell Post Hill, they haven't really hurt Werribee, but they are still in front. As Lima, considering where he's going to go, the lead has come from Symes, very, very wide on the western side of the ground. Ball comes off hands to the ground. Good tackling again by Werribee. Umpire gives them the Bell Post Hill the benefit of that. There's a pinpoint pass to Fletcher, middle of the ground here at Bell Post Hill. Nobody on the mark, so Fletcher decides to go. Chips the left foot, I don't know where to. Tar can't bend down to get the footy. At ground level, Page gets a handball looking for Lewis. He gets it, goes out wider to Pisano. Pisano, a pinpoint pass. This time gets Page, who's run very, very well there. Page gave the handball initially, then took the mark. Now goes 50. To centre. Umpire, no, he's allowed play to continue. Or picked up, that was one of...
Basely.
Oh, it's Basely in the forward half there, tackled. Ball spills clear. Now Moreland, what can he do? He eludes a tackle, hooks it around the body. And that's the first scoreboard as we tick past 10 minutes.
David Holstein wasn't too happy either, standing in the goal square with his hands in the air saying, give it to me, give it to me. But
yeah. I don't think you can come from that position and jump on the mark that late. I think that might have been 50.
Knight kicks in for Werribee, goes to the outer side. Phipps in front of Fletcher, on hands and knees now, punches it back 20 metres. Braden Smith, we ran over the top of it, going to be under pressure, gets around, right foot kick around the corner towards half back, but Fursley in front, should have taken the mark, couldn't. Needs some support, comes back and pushes his Werribee opponent in the back. No. Lovell gets the tap away. And a good tap too, because Koutsamanis runs through centre wing, comes back towards Leach over his head.
Staged.
But Bell Post Hill with the numbers. Lima, handball, and Martin tried the bump and left the footy behind. The umpire's found it in the back for Bell Post Hill. Is it? No, he's pointed the wrong way. Yeah. So the kick's going to come in towards full forward for Montebruno. Did he get one high? Yes, he is. And
You love saying that.
Beautiful. What a great name.
Wait till his brother plays. Both of them are there.
It's like a Hollywood actor. Tyrone Montebruno comes in, 35 out, left foot kick. And the umpire says he's missed it and through for Werribee Centrals. Bell Post Hill 4-1-25. Buckley's Entertainment Centre second quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes played.
So Lima taking the short kick in. They've got still inside defensive 50. The Bell Post Hill sides, Hole's fine, takes the mark now, outside defensive 50, goes to the city side, another little chip. Now they're getting back to more like their standard of play, Bell Post Hill. Their control is much better. Now the player is called to play on, and that's where they come undone. Lack of concentration. Called to play on Lima, and the kick spoiled off the boot. Rosenwig, enormous pressure.
Great
ball
play.
Into the goal square, pushed forward, and Montebruno,
The fullback a little bit of a push very early in the piece. You've got to give the defenders half a chance.
Once they're through there, they should pick them up, shouldn't they?
Yes, I think that should have been picked up.
Addy goes up and gets the tap down, replacing Symes in the middle. Koutsamanis gets it towards centre half forward. Bridie holds his ground, doesn't take the mark though. McNamara clearing kick for Bell Post Hill out to the outer side. And hits the Commodore. So boundary throwing in between wing and half forward on the outer side, where he'll be just into attack. Attacking the northern end here at Myers Reserve in a second term. Boundary throw in over the back of the pack. Martinu can't take the ball effectively. Big pack around it. Through the middle though. Dodging beautifully. Koutsamanis gets it long towards coming out from full back. His overall. Read it the better from Rosenwig. They want to switch the play. Back towards full back towards Lima. Takes the mark in the back pocket. Now he's got Sean Lewis breaking for him. He's also got Moreland at half back by himself. In fact, it's Bo McNamara. Has he seen him? Well, not now, he hasn't. Just to go down the line. Tough kick over the head of Phil Jones. Getting back there is Phipps, the coach for Werribee. Kicks it around the corner. Back to whence it came. Getting back there off hands at the back, Popovsky. Ball in dispute. Coming through the middle there was Clonan. Can't take it for Werribee Centrals. Pack develops close to the boundary line. Sean Lewis puts the tackle on. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Pretty close to the boundary line. In between half forward and the forward pocket, Werribee into attack. And umpire throws the ball up. Jones to go up. Uncontested. Gets it down to Koutsamanis. Great roving. Left foot kick around the corner. And back towards the teeth of goal. Punched away. Can they keep it in? No, the umpire said. Goal umpire was right there. And it will be a boundary throw in Pilkington. That was for Werribee. Hands the ball back to the boundary umpire. Right next to the behind post. Left forward pocket for Werribee. Ruck contest. Popovsky. Pilkington gets it down. Through the middle. Werribee. But Bell Post Hill break free. Moreland goes long and wide looking for Fletcher. Getting up there. Oh, was that a hold? Could have been against Fletcher on Clonan. Kick around the corner by Lewis. Addy's there. No talking. He and Pisano. And can't keep it in. And we'll have about playing 16 minutes in the second term.
So ball in. Addy beaten on that occasion by his counterpart Lovell. Ball to centre half forward for Belmont for Werribee Centrals. Bell Post still under real pressure here as the ball back middle of the ground. Once again, mark dropped, tap forward by Baird. That's a good bit of play. Over the top, running player for Bell Post still is Fantella. Goes towards half forward Tar. First mark for the day, I'd suggest. The man on the mark is on 50. Tar now decides to play on quickly now.
50,
the umpire has blown the whistle. Justin Tar now over the goal umpire said that's his first goal for the day for Bell Post Hill.
Lovell and Addy. Lovell goes up early, gets it down through the middle. Bray on the move. Can't pick it up the first time. Second time he just toe pokes it. Gains 25 metres. Getting across there and doing well. Running through as Patterson goes to the right foot kick. Goal. Pretty good.
Good bit of play.
Good bit of play by Werribee Centrals and a very, very quick reply straight out of the middle from Lovell and
Advantage.
Yeah,
So both attacking moves. Let's see how they go.
So back in the middle, umpire with the footy again. Same two combatants, Addy and Lovell. 50-50 on that occasion, comes to ground level. That's where Addy's good because he followed up. Now long kick has got the ball at full forward. Almost a mark there to Baseley.
The game is who gets the ball out of the middle.
Yep, so the ball now adjacent to the behind post. Deep in the forward pocket for Bell Post Hill. Kicking to the southern end. Low throw in, whistle on play. Umpire signifying a matter of seconds. So midway through the second quarter here at Myers Reserve. Moving in, Justin Tar.
Oh, he's missed
I
it.
didn't like the look of that kick at all, and Lovell certainly letting him know what it's all about. And 5:35, Buckley's Entertainment second quarter scoreboard, past 20 minutes.
Knight looks for Lovell, goes up, gets
free
a
kick.
yeah, should be a free kick for a push.
And 50 on
Oh, he chips the ball to Kutsamana, sets him a task, and he's not up to it because Lentini chopped it off. So at half forward now, Lentini wobbling punt kick towards the top of the square. Coming out though, Werribee under pressure, needs some support. Bell Post still fighting hard for it. Through the middle, Baseley, left foot kick around the corner, has missed to the far side and through for 1 centre second quarter scoreboard. 21 minutes played.
Doesn't matter how good your skills are. If you're a big bloke, kick it long.
Yes, they get out of their league occasionally, don't they? Well, Phipps, was it?
No, Knight.
Knight.
Did he touch it to his boot or drop it?
No, he touched it to the boot. I certainly didn't drop it. But from the kick in, it's outside 50. But Bell Post still are working much harder in this quarter in the forward half as the ball is well inside their forward 50 again. Fletcher can't pick it up. Can't bend down either. Ball under a stack of players there. Umpires are certainly giving them the opportunity to get it out. When it does come out, it's thrown out for Bell Post Hill. It's gone to Pisano. Long kick towards full forward. Two Werribee players spoilt one another almost in the goal square. Now the ball picked up by, that looked a bit like Trav Fursland to me, the great opportunist. And as you say, probably cost them a goal.
Well, I think they did talk. They both said mine.
Back to the middle, Addy and Jones. Jones gets it down. Kutsamanis leaves it behind. Through the middle. Oh, that was a throw. The umpire said play on. Fletcher gets the clearing kick for Bell Post Hill towards Fursland again. Punched away at half forward. Werribee with the numbers trying to break free. They can't do so. Clonan's there. And a scrap just on 50. The umpire will come in and ball it up. So the Panthers into attack again.
I think they've suddenly realised the game of footy's on. There's a bit of feeling now in it.
There is. They've woken up. Addy, Jones, they go up. Both get a hand to it. Push to the back page. Back to towards the middle. Now the numbers with Werribee. Pilkington gets it out towards Bray. Running free. Patterson gives him a shepherd. He goes. He runs his full distance. And he goes forward to looking for Lovell, who's resting. Rosenwig front and centre. Good kick. Good play, Craig Rosenwig. And kicks his first. And
Commentators doing what refreshments we have at half time, boys.
jeez.
Back in the middle, 24 and a half minutes gone in this second quarter. The ball goes up. This time it's Bell Post Hill down
Can't
to
do that.
lovely tap down to Hole's fine. One kick, it's at full forward. Almost a big mark. Well, the umpire, what did he pay?
No, you can't do that, It's holding the ball.
Now,
He's paid advantage and then he stopped it. Once he's paid advantage, it is advantage.
He paid half advantage.
Well,
Yes,
He thought about it.
Yeah, the interesting part that advantage, whether it's a free kick or a mark that he paid, but the ball in
Free
the
kick.
interim has gone to outer centre wing, comes to ground, Good teamwork, Belpost Hill. Little chip. Oh, it's too long. Back in the middle of the ground. Handball to Lewis. Another handball to Lantini.
Oh, bad one.
Fantella was looking for the footy, but a shocking hand pass on that occasion. Turned it over, and we're back at centre-half forward for Werribee Centrals. At ground level, Moreland can't pick the footy up. He's under pressure. Takes it, gets tackled, gets a handball away. Lima, handball away. Great tackle there by Moreland. And now the umpire's lost a bit of control here. I reckon Belpost Hill decided to take the advantage. The umpire didn't see it. And now we've got a bit of a fracas, but the ball goes back to Moreland. Free kick, Belpost Hill goes out wide looking for. Should have found Page, dropped the mark, one he should have taken. Now he comes again, picks it up on the left foot towards half forward flank. They're going very... almost a miraculous mark by Tar. Can't bring it down, however. The ball in dispute, very close to the boundary line. Players diving on it, and the umpire, what will he do? 6-5 leads 6-3. Werribee in command.
Phil Jones got it down, but only as far as the boundary line. So he and Jaden Symes just back on the ground will do the ruck work. 50 out from goal. Belpost Hill into attack. Chance for a late goal. Close to siren time for the main break here at Myers Reserve. Boundary umpire throws it in. Jones, in the end, tapped down at the front by Symes. Clearing kick back towards a one-on-one. Baseley waited for it from behind. In front was McGuinness. Close to the boundary line again. Boundary umpire with a bit more work to do. And out of bounce once again. This time working against Tar. Tar gets it down. Quick kick from the pack. Baseley again and McGuinness. McGuinness close to the boundary line. I think he'd be happy to see it over. He's on hands and knees. It's pretty close. He's going to get wrapped up now. And still close to the boundary line. Still in play, said the umpire. Comes back towards Page now. It's not. It's out of bounds. Symes, third in line, gets it down. Punch down towards...
high tackle.
Yeah, high tackle in bed. Now the umpire will... Tar can get his hands on, or Symes comes up. Third man. They go up Pilkington. Gets it down. Moreland is that side. And he wheels around close to the boundary line. Left foot kick back towards the top of the square. Baseley holds his ground. Takes a good mark and will shoot for goal from 38 directly in front.
Werribee player after
Nelly for the 50. Yeah.
Baseley,
it was. Used the body nicely and took the grab overhead. Caleb Baseley comes in. Right foot kick. Straight through the middle. So his first of the afternoon. They take the lead again, Belpost Hill.
Put Stoyce out there to give him a bit of a hurry up like he did to you amateurs in 85, Eric.
Them were the days. In the middle, ball comes to ground from the tap down as players throwing themselves in willy-nilly, and you would think there'll be some tired players, not only at half, but a huge number of players around the ball up as Symes probably got the better of it, went to Lewis, can't control it. He goes to ground. Moreland, tackle without it. Hell's fine in there under the pack. Ooh, I would. As the ball goes in there once again. 50-50 the two ruckmen on that occasion. Ball comes down to Chug. Turns quickly, tries to kick towards half forward. At ground level, McNamara, he's got two to beat. Does reasonably well. Ball thrown out for Werribee. As ball check side towards full forward. Oh, good position. Was that...
Level.
Well, that's metres out directly in front. Should give Werribee Centrals back the lead. And I haven't kept a tab of in this quarter the number of times the lead has changed, but that is another one because Nathan Lovell's kicked his...
Pye throws the ball up. Jones gets it down. Might get a second effort at it too. Over the head of Pilkington. Bray runs onto it. Gets a kick towards centre half forward. Coming out Popovsky. And there is the siren for half time. And it is Werribee Central's 7-5-47. They lead Belpost Hill 7-3-45 in that term. 5 goals, 3 to Belpost Hill. 4 goals, 2 to Werribee. It's a 2-point difference at the main change. Goal kick.